Can you guess what we're making today?
Sausages of some sort.
Yes, sausages of sorts, also known as hot dogs.
Hot dog.
What is the difference between a hot dog and a sausage?
Sausages kind of have that texture, that meatiness. Hot dogs are more like a silky texture, I would say.
Well, hopefully these turn out silky. Yeah, the first time I made these, it was definitely sausage. But we're gonna go for hot dogs today. We've got 2 meats. We're doing a 50-50 split between brisket and bacon.
I think that sounds delicious.
Gonna grind up the meat. We got some more ingredients over here. Toss it all in a food processor. We're gonna look for that kind of like gooey texture.
I feel like the lunch lady. Kids, mac and cheese today.
Did you have a mean lunch lady?
Mashed potatoes. I didn't have a lunch lady. My school did not have a cafeteria.
I think we should have hairnets on.
Oh, we should. And aprons.
And a beard net, probably.
Welcome to the sausage factory.
If you have a food processor that's gonna have a tough time getting through the meat, make it easy, chop it up a little bit smaller, a little bit finer. And this is about a pound of bacon and about a pound of brisket. I guess you could use really any meat you want to. I think the brisket is a nice touch, and the bacon is just, who doesn't love bacon?
I think the gloves are a good tip, because I don't mind cutting meat, but it makes it a lot easier on the cleanup.
Oh, you got a little glove in there.
Oh gosh.
You cut your tip of your glove off.
I think I had an Oscar Mayer hot dog one time that had a little bit of glove in it.
We are gonna do 3 eggs.
I'm gonna do the method where I might get some shells in there, so I'm gonna do it in another bowl.
Oh, I see.
Sure.
I risked it. It's hot dogs. There could be all sorts of stuff in here.
What's in it? I don't know. It's just delicious.
This is a tablespoon of salt. We're gonna toss that in there. Trying to make sure you got some salt in there.
I feel like hot dogs are already like a little salty.
Yeah, a little salty.
That's what makes them good.
Teaspoon of sugar.
Sugar.
Bring a little sweetness.
Balance and
Sweeten the meat.
there.
Tablespoon of vinegar.
Ooh.
We're gonna throw a little acid in there to kind of cut that edge off of the meat. I feel like when you use
okay.
beef, it can turn kind of like hamburger flavor. And we'll hopefully kind of combat that a little bit with the acid. And then we've got some water on standby just to help it along, if we're looking at the texture. It's not a summer barbecue without. It's on this side.
Oh, I didn't know that was the secret ingredient. I was drinking that earlier.
What?
That's why it's like half empty.
We're gonna pour a splash of beer in there just for fun, so I can get this on.
And this thing, I wrestle with it all the time. There it is.
Sort of
there
kinda
it
works.
is.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, jeez Louise. Strap it down.
Well, let's start with the beer.
Let's do the bear.
Oh,
and even sounding better.
You're gonna wanna let this go for a while to make sure it's really, really fine. The finer you get the paste, the more hot dog-like it's gonna be.
I smell a lot of the bacon, which, that's not a bad thing.
More beer or water?
Obviously more beer.
All right.
There's a chunk at the top. That's really nice and well incorporated, it looks like.
It's almost like a crab dip, but don't eat this raw.
Don't eat this raw. Yeah, this definitely needs to be cooked.
Let's let it run a little bit longer.
This might be one of the most carnivorous things we have done.
Yeah, see now we're not getting that little spiral in the middle.
There
It's
it is, all even.
just swimming, like a meat pool. It's like a meat hurricane.
It's one consistent color now. Before it was like different colors. Now I feel like it's all one consistent color.
One
Do you think it's
color,
good?
one texture. I mean, you don't really even see pieces in it anymore. It's like meat pudding.
This is the perfect stuff. Like, this is hot doggy right here, for sure.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog. It's very catchy, that song.
It's very good.
Our meat filling is
Our
ready.
hot dog batter.
We're gonna clear all this stuff out of the way, and we're gonna get to stuffing. Stuffing the meat. Doc McStuffins, that's also the Disney Channel.
Oh my goodness, this is getting serious, stretching out for this meat marathon.
Meat marathon.
This is a dream come true, Strones. I've always wanted to make homemade sausages.
Now that we've got our setup kind of changed over, I can talk through what we've got here. We've got our hot dog or sausage casing that's been sitting for about an hour in a solution of warm water and 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Vinegar just to take the edge off. If there's any kind of weird funky smell or flavor, the vinegar can kind of neutralize that. This is a special casing that is pre-tubed. So they don't all come this way with the tube on there, but the tube makes it a little easier to get it on when you're doing the casing of the hot dogs. All you want to do is just kind of slide that straight on the nozzle.
Pre-tubed.
Pre-tubed.
And this is a natural casing, correct?
Correct. So this is edible. You got this off of Amazon. You can do like 50 pounds of meat, I think, with the casings they send you. We're not gonna do nearly that much today. So one thing when you put the casing on, make sure it's not too tight That's gonna cause some more friction as the casing's coming off. So you don't wanna pack it on there. You'll get parts where it's like really like too tight and it doesn't come off smoothly. Casings also come in inedible collagen ones and edible ones. So just keep an eye on like kind of what you're doing and what you're buying. For like a homemade hot dog for a barbecue, we'll make them long, but like thick.
Watch out, Costco, we're coming for you.
That's
We're gonna
right.
make the best hot dogs around.
We have our sausage stuffing attachment for the KitchenAid. There are so many different sausage stuffers online. There's ones that are hand cranked, there's electric, there's these attachments for KitchenAid, there's ones that are combo grinder and stuffer, but you can't do both at the same time. Basically, the way this works is you just put the meat up top. What's happening there? Pull the end all the way off and like tie it up so we're gonna keep all the meat in there. And the trick when you're stuffing sausage in a casing, you don't want a lot of air in there. As airtight as possible is going to be best. That way the casing's right alongside the meat and you don't get those like big air pockets when you bite into it and it like kind of pops and bursts open. Put that right in there.
You want gloves? I love the gloves.
Slid right down. It's like a meat jelly.
But I think this is really cool. Like, make your own hot dogs. Like, who does that? And it's really easy. It's really not hard at all.
Easy?
The steps aren't too complicated. Like,
Right, yeah.
most people have a KitchenAid. Most people have a Cuisinart. So I feel like
get that knot right up on the end of that. When the meat comes out, it's gonna fill all the way to that knot.
okay, it's right up at the end.
Okay, I'm gonna flip it on. Get
Okay.
ready. We're gonna see what happens.
All right, not seeing any meat
It's
yet.
sucking it through. It's doing something.
I'm not. Oh gosh, I see what you mean by air.
Yep. So here, what we should have done.
Let's get the meat up to the tip.
Yeah, we should get the meat up to the tip. You want to get all the meat through, get all the air out.
Okay, this should work out a lot better.
Oh, we're gonna have to tie a new tip.
Okay. Okay, let's fire this sucker up.
That's looking really good. Excellent
Are we
job,
doing
Christopher.
one solid link?
Let's do it all just one big flow, because then we can always link it afterwards. Ooh, that's looking so good.
Look at this.
Can always pause this
It's
too.
going quick.
It just runs right through this thing. We got a lot more meat to do. Ooh, you doing a little coil? What do you? Oh my goodness, that's
Trying.
looking good. Those are gonna be jumbo. Tell me if you need me to stop it at all.
And I see what you mean by make sure the casing's loose. You'll feel some pressure in there, and it gets a little tough.
And because these are bigger casings, it's gonna have that natural tendency to be more full, right? So so you can let it build up bigger here,
Okay.
before more casing comes out. So it really fills up all these small pockets.
Seeing the light
You know?
here. I think this is gonna work out great.
That looks so good.
Yeah.
So see, they're much larger than your traditional kind of Frankfurter, but I think it's fun to have the giant size with more of like the softer hot dog texture. Because sometimes sausage for me is a little unsettling when you get those big clumps of fat and stuff in there.
Okay.
All right, let's get some meat to fill in all of this before any more casing comes off. I imagine this is what food looks like going through your intestines.
Oh, we're just refilling these intestines. So we're almost done.
There should only be a little bit left. Let it get all the way down there, meet up with its other meat.
I love trying this stuff for the first time because, like, this isn't pretty. This isn't, like, the pro butcher way of doing it. Once you take the fear out of it and just give it a try, it's so easy. I think that's it. I think we're done.
Yeah, that's clean. See how much casing we used and see how much is left? And that was like half of a casing. And make sure it's like we get all of our meat all the way through. Really stuff it nice and tight. The meat is such a like kind of liquid consistency. It's gonna have that tendency to kind of spread out. And you wanna keep it all together. And you're gonna do that by tying both ends nice and tight so that once you cook it, then it all firms back up. If I tie this at this end,
There you go.
should be good.
We got ourselves a sausage.
I left us a little room so that we can kind of thin it out. How long do you wanna make them?
I feel like that's a good, no, is that too much? That's a good hot dog right there.
Yeah, that's great. Perfect, give it a little twist.
Oh, look at that sucker. Oh, this is so fun.
You can skip every other one, so you're doing like one, and then the third one, and then the fifth one, because as long as you're getting both ends twisted, you're gonna get the previous one. Nice and spun.
Holy frickin' moly, this is cool. Look at what we did. There's a fat daddy though. This one is a huge one.
2 buns for that
That's
one.
that's lunch and dinner right there.
Awesome, let's move to cooking. Now that we've got all the sausage ready to go, it's time to cook it. Got a light simmer, like a little boil. Perfect, come on in.
There
Excellent.
it is.
We're just gonna kind of let those simmer at a light boil for about 20 minutes. so they get all nice and cooked. You probably do want to grill them or fry them to kind of crisp them up. Sometimes the casing is kind of like rubbery or I don't know.
Just after the boil, it's a little rubbery. So we'll just wait for this to come back up to a boil, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, I just got the meat facial. Steam, okay?
It's been about 20 minutes that these have been cooking. We had a few blowouts, but they're ready to come out of the pot. Look at that
That looks
guy.
like a really awesome sausage. That looks so good.
If they get stuffed a little too tight when they're cooking, the pressure's gonna build up and they're gonna kind of pop open. It happens.
Whoa! Slippery sausage.
Try not to overstuff them. Also, if they get too hot too quick, that can also cause them to kind of blow up. It's a floater.
Oh God,
floater.
That's exactly what happened with this one.
But these look really good. You did an awesome job.
These look so beautiful. We only lost one. That's pretty good.
Only lost one. Some kind of blew open, but the casing stayed on, so these are still good.
Yeah.
Fry those up.
Homemade sausage, homemade hot dogs.
Cut me a little piece.
The one that blew up.
It's so like soft and tender.
It is. This texture is a lot more hot doggy than the one we had before. You really get the bacon flavor.
It's soft. It's not tough like a sausage.
This texture is really pleasant. I think once these are grilled off in a bun, some condiments on top, a little ketchup, a little mustard. Good job. This is pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I really like it.
Good job to you. You did an awesome job stuffing them.
First time sausage stuffer. I'm gonna borrow that sausage machine this weekend.
And the best part about doing it yourself is you know what's in it, and you can also put whatever you want in it.
Yeah.
So if you want it spicy, go spicy. If you want it sweet, go sweet.
We should do Thanksgiving leftover sausages.
Ooh. Let's grill them up, put on our toppings, throw them in a bun.
Are you a mayonnaise on your hot dog person?
Little Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, I know. Once I heard that, I was like, mayonnaise on your hot dog. That's crazy. Straight line or zigzag?
The zigzag looks nicer.
Zigzag. I think the zigzag tastes better.